Hi garden friends, welcome to the channel. I'm Era and this is Gardening on Purpose. If you're new here, welcome. And if you're a subscriber, welcome back. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch my video. I garden in Georgia, Zone 8A, where I do gardening related videos. I'm at Lowe's. It's the middle of February 2026 and I'm checking out their newest plant inventory. First up, they have a lot of cyclamens. Now, you're going to see cyclamens at this time of the year because they like the cooler weather. They definitely do not like the heat, and they also prefer a little bit of shade. Now, these beauties here, these are the ones from Monrovia, and they're going to be $6.98. They are an annual, and they have the pink, they have the fuchsia color, they have the white. Right now, these beauties here, you definitely do see them at this time of the year. They also have the red ones here. Now, some of them are looking kind of rough. Not sure what the story is here, but they definitely have some better ones here. If you like cyclamens and if you like to have something happen in your garden during the cooler season, these are definitely a good bet. Next up, they have violas. And they have pansies. Again, some other beauties that you're going to see in the cooler season. These violas are going to be $5.48, guys. Now, these are an annual for me. Don't like the heat. You're going to see them in the store somewhere between October and April that they're going to be selling them. But once things heat up, these definitely are going to get leggy and they are going to burn out. Now, these yellow guys here, these were the violas, but these purple guys here and these other ones here that you're about to see, these are going to be pansies. I'm a big fan of pansies. I talk about it all the time. Have them in my yard. I buy them every October, and the pansies can go in my garden up until May, but I definitely try to pull them out by April because by May they're already beginning to be leggy, but they are beautiful nonetheless. So they have these really nice purple, and pansies come in all the colors: blue, purple, white, yellow, pink, and orange. All right, now is the time you're going to start seeing bulbs show up in containers. These are hyacinths. Hyacinths bloom in the spring. Now, these beauties here are $2.48, and they require full 6 hours of winter sun. Now, these are a beauty. Now, although they don't do great in my yard, now they might bloom in the first year, but they will have a hard time coming back next year. They have pink, red, yellow, blue, purple, really nice. Right next to that one, they have a the big smile grape hyacinth. This one is more of the one that would likely come back for me because I see it randomly show up all over my yard because I bought them years ago, but this one will likely come back, the one that says the grape hyacinth, but the regular hyacinths don't come back for me reliably. Daffodils are really reliable. This is literally the #1 bulb that I can always depend on. It gives you grace. If you mess up or you plant it too late, or even if it's damaged, that thing will still bloom. Now, this daffodil here, again, blooms in the spring, part sun. They have all kinds of colors of daffodils, guys, but this particular one is going to be the one that it looks like it's going to be a mix of maybe 2 or 3 bulbs in each container for $2.48. You're going to be seeing some Dusty Millers again. Dusty Millers are going to be an annual, and now they have some that look kind of rough, but you can see the brand spanking new ones that came. These guys here are really great in containers, and these are going to be $1.98 here at Lowe's. I'm still outside, guys, and they are bringing in some nice looking shrubs. Now we have this guy here, which is a compact Japanese holly, 3 to 6 hours of sun, $22.98, hardy to zone 6. They have a whole bunch of them here if you're looking for that particular holly. And then they have the recurve privet, which I have in the back of my yard. Now, this is supposed to grow really fast, and it's not doing as fast as I'd like it to do. And I think one of the reasons also is because where I have it is in the hardest part of the yard with the reddest, thickest brick-like clay. And what I bought them for was to create a hedge in the back. And they're moving kind of slow, but I think I'm going to figure out a better way to deal with them this year. This guy here is hardy to zone 7, grows 8 feet tall. Now it does bloom. I'm not growing it for the blooms. I'm growing it for the fact that it's a really good and fast growing option for a hedge. These guys here are not very expensive. They're going to be $21.98. Right next to that, they have what looks like a leyland. Let's see. Yes, they have leyland cypress. 6 hours of sun. Leyland cypress go pretty fast, guys. They grow really, really fast. So if you're going to put them somewhere where they're not going to be an obstruction, or maybe for a hedge or something. But I've noticed that I've seen these guys knocked down in the winter storms here in Georgia. But I can't deny that they are nice looking. Leyland cypresses at this Lowe's will be $24.98. Right next to that, they have the dwarf Burford holly, one of my favorite hollies, because it has the really nice red berries in the winter, because it grows really, really nice. And I really, really like those deep glossy foliage, guys. This beauty here is great for a foundation hedge, $22.98. It is hardy to zone 6, and it grows up to 6 feet tall. Now I have these in my front yard, have them in my backyard. Just took one out from my mailbox garden, because you know I'm revamping my whole mailbox garden. But if I had to recommend a holly, and if you don't want something that's going to grow really, really big, I definitely like the dwarf Burford holly. They've got a whole bunch of the green giant arborvitae, guys. Green giant arborvitaes. If you like these guys, they're great for a hedge. These are going to be $64 for a 6-gallon. Now, these guys here require a lot of moisture. And arborvitaes don't do great in my yard. One or two do, but overall, if I have to say, they don't do great in my yard, but they definitely are great for a hedge. Right next to that, they have a different type. This one here, emerald green arborvitae, guys. This one is going to be $59.98. These are brand new, guys, looking really, really nice and healthy. I've made it inside, guys. They have some knockout roses already looking nice and healthy. These are also brand new, fresh off the truck, guys. This guy here is hardy from zones 5 to 11, blooms just from spring to the frost, which is great. I love knockout roses. They are disease resistant. This particular one here is the cherry red hot pink. And how much does this cost? This one is usually 20 something dollars. Let's see, $25.98 for this 2-gallon rose double pink. Really, really nice, guys. Now, this is usually where I see my roses at this Lowe's. So this is the first set of roses. Let me know if you like knockout roses and which one, because I know they have the cherry pink, I know they have the coral, I know they have the red. A tried and true at my Lowe's is the Encore azalea. Love this shrub. It's really reliable. It does great in the south. Now, the Encore series is the ones that bloom 3 times a year, spring, summer, and fall. They have autumn lily, autumn sangria, autumn bonfire, autumn fire, autumn carnation, and I have a lot of them in my yard. Now, these guys here are going to be $16.98 for a 1-gallon. This is autumn lily, one of my favorites because it's white with that really nice faint pink. These guys here are always either hardy from zones 5 or 6 to zone 7, right? This particular one here is an intermediate. So they have the ones that are dwarfs, the ones that grow big, and the ones that are intermediate. And that one is going to be $16.98. Here's an autumn sangria. Autumn sangria is $24.98 because it's in a 2-gallon. And this beauty here is also an intermediate that grows 4.5 feet by 4 feet tall, hardy from zone 6A. Now, what I like about these is that they don't all look the same. Some of them have deeper foliage in the winter, right? So here's this one with really nice, deep, dark purple foliage. But then when you look at Lily, Lily has the green foliage, right? So that's what I like about them. And they just come in all types of colors. So if you're looking for something white or pink or red or nice orangey, because they have one called Autumn Starburst that I have in my yard that does really, really well. Here's Autumn Royalty, which I have. It's a soft purple. Autumn Royalty is also $16.98. This beauty here is an intermediate, hardy from zone 6A to 10. So if you're looking for azaleas, what I know about azaleas is that they don't like to stay wet. They have fibrous roots, which means that their roots grow horizontally, not vertically, and they definitely don't like to stay wet. So plant it in an area that doesn't stay wet, especially in the winter. Here's another variety that they have. This is the Autumn Embers. I have this in my yard as well. $24.98 for a 2-gallon. This one is also from zone 6, except for the fact that it's zone 6B. Now, these can take more sun than your typical azalea. The old-fashioned azaleas usually can take that spring sun, but these were bred to take a little bit more sun. And even though I'm in the south and they can take sun, I still think they need a little bit of shade because we get depressingly hot in July, August, and September, guys. So these can actually get away in Georgia, in the south, with part sun for me. Here's another one here that I absolutely love. This one is the Autumn Twist. Autumn Twist, $32.98, because this one is going to be a 3-gallon. What I like about the Autumn Twist especially is that this beauty here, on the plant itself, you can have different colors of the flower. One flower can be a nice pink, a full pink, like all pink. One is pink and white, one is just white. It's really, really nice in the garden. They've got a Chinese snowball viburnum, and they're saying it's sterile. Sterile Chinese snowball viburnum. I have one of these in my yard. I don't know if it's sterile, but I do have Chinese snowball viburnum. Only blooms in the spring, right? Now, this beauty here is hardy to zone 3 and grows 15 to 20 feet tall. And I think it might be the same one. It looks exactly like this. These guys here, supposed to bloom in the spring. Really nice, pure white blooms, guys, and they are huge. Now, they are supposed to have residual blooms in the fall. Mine, we had a really rough fall, so mine did not residually bloom, so there were no new blooms there, but the residual blooms are not as prolific as the spring blooms. It definitely labeled really as a nice spring bloomer. Really, really nice, and you can see they have it already pruned for you. Now, this beauty here is going to be only $19.98, and I noticed that viburnums are usually cheaper than hydrangeas. This is full sun plant, does really, really well in my garden. And if you don't like hydrangeas, but you want something that looks like hydrangeas, or even for me personally, more pure white than hydrangeas, the Chinese snowball viburnum is a great option. Now, here's a plant I don't have any of in my yard. This is a Spirea. This one is the Reeves Spirea. Another one that I always notice to be a little bit on the cheaper side. This guy here is only $19.98, but blooms in the spring only, right? This is a full sun plant, hardy to zone 6 and grows up to 6 feet tall. Let me know if you have Spirea and how does it do in your yard? I just never buy it. There's nothing wrong with it, and I just never pick it up. And every year they happen to have Spirea, and I never buy it. But let me know how it does in your yard. My Lowe's has really delivered on some nice looking shrubs, guys. Here we are still going. Here we have the Sky Pencil Holly. This guy is going to be $10.98 for a 1-gallon. And I like these because they are definitely great for containers and small spaces. They have the smaller ones, $10.98. Hardy to zone 6, and then they have this one here, which is $24.98, and this one is going to be in a 2.25 gallon. If you have something that you're looking for a narrow space, this one's probably a good idea. If you're looking for something in a container, you're looking for something that has a little bit of a height, I definitely would suggest the Sky Pencil Holly. They've got junipers. Now, they do have the ground cover junipers. This one here is the dwarf Japanese garden juniper. If you're looking for something to cover as a ground cover, $10.98. This guy here is full sun and hardy to zone 4. That one is a Japanese garden juniper. And I thought I saw another one here. This is the blue Pacific. I started seeing this the last 2 seasons. The blue Pacific Shore juniper. These are all going to be $10.98. This beauty here is the golden mop false cypress, which does really, really well in my yard. This one is going to be a 2.5 quart for $9.98, guys. It is hardy to zone 4. Love this one because it's one of the plants that does well in my yard, and you guys know I really like anything that's yellowy and chartreusey green. These look really, really nice. Now, they also have the bigger version of it, and these are going to be in all black pots. I haven't seen a lot of name brand plants yet. Those are probably going to come later, but these are in the black pots. This is going to be $21.98 for for a 2.25 gallon. Really, really nice, and definitely something if you're looking for evergreens that will give your garden life during the winter months. I definitely would suggest the golden mops false cypress. They've got more arborvitaes here and here, except for the fact that these are going to be smaller. So they have the emerald green arborvitae for $12.98. These are really, really small, and they still have some of the leyland cypresses here. These are, again, just like you saw out there in the front of the store, is a $24.98. They also have this beauty here, which is the Carolina Sapphire Cypress, $24.98. When you rub against this guy, it smells really, really nice. I don't have it in my yard. It grows pretty big, and I don't have any space to put it, and I don't think it will thrive in a container. This is Zone 7, grows 35 feet tall. Wintergreen boxwoods. Love this. My favorite boxwoods. I have a lot of them in my yard. These beauties here are going to be $21.98 for a 3 to 6 hour morning sun plant. What I like about this one is that in the winter, it doesn't turn brown like, say, baby gem or something. I have this in my side yard. I'll definitely show you that later on in the season. You've seen it if you've been following me. But wintergreen is a Korean boxwood that does really, really well. And I just like the nice, deep green foliage. $21.98 for the black pot, guys. And then right next to that, they have some more of the dwarf Burford holly that I was talking about earlier. And remember the ones that I was telling you about, that they have the green, really nice green glossy leaves, but they also have the red berries in the winter. And some of these still have their red berries. You can see, let me try to go in close so you can see the red berry. The birds really like these. Now these are smaller and are going to be $10.98. I did a video a couple of days ago that went into detail about all the bare root roses that are at my Lowe's, and they have a lot, guys. Now, not only do they have a lot of bare root roses, they actually now have a sale, $2 and 2 for $30. The varieties include Intrigue, Chicago Peace, Piscali, Paradise, Perfume Delight. So check out that video and check out your Lowe's if you're looking for bare root roses. Next up, we have the Senetti pericalis. Now, this beauty here blooms in the spring and the winter. It's a full sun plant and an annual for $12.98. Now, this beauty here looks really, really nice. It can't take a freeze, but it can take some mild temperatures in the winter. And I just love how they have anything that is purpley blue and it's really nice pinky fuchsia. They've also got the Paul's Gold Chamaecyparis, a really nice beauty, guys. $24.98. This beauty here grows 5 feet by 6 feet tall, and it is a full sun to part shade plant, hardy from zones 5 to 8. Right next to Paul's Gold is one of my favorite plant. It died because I moved it last year, and I was really holding out hope. And I don't know if I'm going to buy it again, but let's just, you never know with me, right? $24.98. Full sun plant, grows 4 to 5 feet tall. This is the Nightlight Chamaecyparis. The Nightlight Chamaecyparis is a beauty, guys. I already knew that moving conifers or arborvitaes is always a risky move, but this one just did not take it really well, guys. So it's gone, but I will see about buying it next year. This year. What I like about this is that I just love this chartreusey color, and then you have it nice and a light green on the inside. Now, if it gets too much sun, it might get bleached out a little bit, but if it gets enough sun, it will look like this. Let me know if you have the Nightlight Chamaecyparis and how it does in your yard. They have some really nice Indian hawthorns. Now, these don't do really, really well in my yard, but if you do like them and they don't grow that big, this particular one here is the Spring Sonata, up to 4 feet tall, full sun to part shade, blooms in the spring. Now, this beauty here is going to cost you $24.98. Right next to that, they have the cast in bronze Distilium. I have this also in my yard. I'm going to move it. It's not in the best place. This beauty here is $24.98 for a 2-gallon that grows 3 to 4 feet tall by 3 to 4 feet wide. That one is the cast in bronze. Now, this one here is the Pringles Dwarf U. Pringles Dwarf U is a 3 to 6 hour morning sun plant or part sun plant for $19.98 for a 2.25 gallon. Looks really, really nice and healthy. They've got a lot of fig, guys. This is the Beer's Black Fig. Now, this guy is going to be $14.98, and they have the smaller pot and they have the larger pot for $24.98. They also have the blackberry. This is the Osage blackberry. Now, I love blackberries, but so do the critters in my yard. The chipmunks and the squirrels have a field day when I plant these, and I've gotten a couple. But I have to do better in protecting my yield because it's like these critters are waiting for me to plant them so they can enjoy my hard work. Let me know if you've seen or if you have blackberry in your yard or at your Lowe's and how they do in your yard. Don't think I've ever seen mulberry, but they have mulberry here, and let me know how they even taste. I don't think I've ever had them before, but these guys here are going to be, looks like it's going to be $16.98. And what I do notice is, guys, is that they have pruned them back for you, so you just buy them and let them grow, and then next year you can do your version of pruning. But they have a lot of this brand here is the Dewar, Dewar, and that's what the mulberry plants look like. Right? They've got grape. This was a Catawba grape, the Catawba grape. I don't have any grapes in my yard. I tried grapes years ago and it just didn't do well. I found like it was just too much work for what I ended up getting for it. So they have these guys here for $15.98, and then they have the larger pots for $24.98. You should have also seen another video of mine I put out not too long ago, going into detail about all the fruit trees and all the flowering trees that they have here at my Lowe's. That includes peaches, pears, plums, magnolia, forsythia, Japanese maples, the Yoshino cherry tree, and much, much more. So definitely check out that video so you can get an idea of exactly what they have at Lowe's. Things are really beginning to pick up, guys, so check out your Lowe's. This is the time when you're going to start seeing some nice shrubs show up in your store. Let me know what you think. Please like, please share, and please subscribe. Remember to hit that notification bell so you can be alerted in all my new videos. I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.